Will the new country conditions report that came out from the U.S. Department of State, called the Country Conditions Report on Human Rights, we usually call it the Human Rights Report. This new one came out recently for the most recent year. How will that affect countries from the former Soviet Union? I haven't read the reports yet for countries from the former Soviet Union, but I would not be surprised if they're a little bit less hard on countries like Russia. I can tell you from my experience as a former diplomat who actually worked on this report, I contributed to the Human Rights Report. I can tell you that political concerns do come into this. In other words, we might be more harsh on a country that we want to send a certain message to, but we might go easy on a country that we want to be our ally or that we don't want to treat roughly. I could imagine that we treat Russia a little bit easier, give them a pass, or a little bit softer in this more recent version. I want to read it so I can see if that's true. But yeah, I don't know, since I haven't read them, I don't know exactly what difference, if any, there is, or how much of a difference there is from years past. But I can tell you that, yeah, politics does come into this to some extent, and it will make a difference. Like the asylum officers and judges both rely heavily on the Human Rights Report from the State Department. So these any changes of tone or substance in these new ones will make a difference for a lot of asylum seekers.